Movie coverage of events from even quite recently are rare enough finds, but it's a real bonus when they hark back close to 60 years, as they show dinghy racing at the start of that golden boom period for the sport. Moreover, much of the amateur film that was taken back then was made using the fairly basic cine cameras of the day, most likely 8mm, which in time has either been lost or has deteriorated, so I'm hugely indebted to the famous boat building family, the Tremletts of Southsea, who gave me this footage. These short clips are significant in many ways, not least because they help illustrate a key part in the story of Fairy Marine and how they helped satisfy that growing demand for quality boats at an accessible price. The boat featured is of course the Albacore, but there's even a greater significance in this footage, for it was taken at a race during the 1962 National Championships, and if you watch closely you can see that there are already 4-digit sail numbers. Continuing with that theme of significance, the championships are being hosted by Loch Sailing Club, which is based just to the east of Portsmouth at the entrance to Langstone Harbour. Lochs must surely hold the title as being the spiritual home of the Albacore, for it was here that boat builder Greg Gregory liaised with Fairy Marine's Charles Curry to modify a Fairy swordfish hull with the intention of giving it better seakeeping qualities. Now I know this part of the Solent quite well and can see that the racing is taking place outside of the harbour in a wind that's fairly brisk. From what I can also see, I would suggest that the tide was still weather going, because once the ebb sets in, it kicks up a most unpleasant sea state in this area, which was one of the key factors behind that decision to modify the basic Upper Fox swordfish hull. For those who know their ferry boats, and the Albacore in particular, the boats that feature in this film are Mark I versions, as can be seen by the stern decks that was such a feature of the early boats. Finally, it's interesting to note that more than a few of the boats are being raced with 3 up, with some even carrying 4 aboard, yet they all seem to be sailing well enough. The Albacore is of course still very much with us today as a sophisticated racing dinghy that still firmly occupies its own niche, both here at home but also abroad.